Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for July 4th through the 10th, 2016. So let's take a moment and take a deep breath to just center your energy and allow everything to just fall away from your mind. And we ask the angels to help us to have greater clarity and perspective that will allow you to manifest abundance in all forms. And in particular, we pray that you can learn to manifest the feelings of abundance that will attract all forms of blessings into your life in this week. And so they're giving me a sense that in this week, one of the first symbols they showed me is a symbol in which it indicates manifestation. It also is indicating a manifestation in or a shift that will manifest in your consciousness. So a broader expansion may occur for you in how you perceive. And they were writing the word love, and so quite a bit. And so there's this feeling of you falling more in love with life, as they write the word life, as I was searching for words there. So there is this love for life is going to come through you allowing yourself to shift your attention towards the abundance. And they keep showing me these little mushrooms, and they want you to pay attention to these little trails of signs that will occur for you that is leading you towards your dreams, the abundance of your dreams, the fulfillment of this inner abundance. And they're trying to help you in this week to open your heart from within, to allow the greater perspective, that higher consciousness perspective in order for you to feel very connected to the things that you are trying to create for yourself. Get in that, sort of finding that alignment, that connection that will just attract and draw everything towards you. Now, this I'm also getting, because they just keep showing me the third eye, that you may really get some significant messages like clairvoyance. So you may sense or have some experiences that could manifest in you seeing information, signs. You may also get a sense about dreams as well. Again, and that was something that was from the end of the week. And so they're writing the word gauge, and it's like your intuition is going to be serve as a gauge for you, making you, and so you may feel a little bit more sensitive in this week. And what you don't want to do is get into this resistant mode, and say, oh my God, this is just too much. Like sometimes when you feel where you're extra sensitive, you tend to interpret it because the ego gets in there and doesn't want the overload of information, which is making it clear to you the choices you need to make. And so that will help you to be more successful. And so they want you to be to not resist your feelings and the information that comes through, but to use it as guidance, and to recognize the things that are appropriate for you, that are good for you, as they keep writing this word good, that feels good to you. And it's like you follow this. So they're showing me that you're going to make some significant connections in this week. So be very open to these experiences that bring joy to you, and those connections. The connections that you find of the heart, they could be romance, or they could just be someone that you just you have this wonderful conversation, and it's just so uplifting, and you really are able to connect dots through this. They want you to just be aware that this is a sign of this inner expansion that is occurring for you in this week. So just be very open to this, as they're trying to, I get a sense that they're trying to help you set up the sort of a stage for you to be more receptive to the opportunities that have been sort of hinted at, but you don't always act on them for some reason, or you dismiss them. So they really want you to pay attention. They want you to pay attention to your purpose and the rewards. They're showing me a bow now, and that there are a lot of rewards that may come to you in this week, or that the universe is offering to you as always. And it's about you being able to see them for what they truly are. God is right in his name. And so this means that he's indicating that he's blessing you with the things that you've asked for, that he's handled them. And so what you have to do is not be afraid of the change or the changes that help you to receive that blessing. The change is a process, a journey to help you to get to the destination. So he would like for you to not be so much in resistance to the changes, in order that you may allow the blessings that you've been praying for. If it's he's saying that some of you have been praying to actually connect with him, and he's indicating that he's talking to you in your heart, and he knows it's difficult for you to always hear, because your heart is always guarded, or you are, or it's sort of cloaked in a lot of your fears and anxieties. And he wants you to know that he's loving you, he's answering you, he's right there, but your anxieties, the frequency of anxiety and fear and frustration, when you're irritated or annoyed, these you're in a complaining, you're in this negative mindset. Something has your attention, and you can't focus on anything else, including his voice. Meaning you're praying to him, and you're show me, but you're not letting go of those negative frustrations, so that you can be free to experience the guidance, and also be free to experience yourself, when your own inner strength and power, when you actually do allow yourself to hear God in the way that he speaks to you. So be willing to clear those things away. Be willing to really be dedicated. Form a new commitment that when you get irritated, frustrated, annoyed, all those other things, that promise yourself that what you're going to do is you're not going to try to resist them, but you're going to try to be aware, to notice that you're doing that. And then to notice, so rather than resist, because when you resist, then something just persists. You amplify it. So you want to notice rather than judge. And so what you want to do is then notice that you're frustrated or you're having anxiety, and then notice how you want to feel, meaning notice what's more important to you as a soul, for you to feel frustrated or for you to have the clarity that you're seeking. Because in that moment, you can't have both. And then when you notice that you really would rather have the peace or the clarity or the joy, then ask for pray for a shift in your perspective that will allow you to focus differently. And if you can't figure that out from there, then when you decide how it is you want to feel, then you can decide from there what are the things that you already have in your sort of your grab bag, right, so to speak, of tricks that things that you do enjoy, that things that you already know from your experiences that gives you that feeling, that positive feeling, and drop whatever you're doing, and just give all of your attention to that and do that. If it's drawing, then go draw for a little bit. If it's listening to Bach, like it is for me, and as soon as I listen, I'm there. So whatever it is, do what that is that puts you in that feel-good place. And what you're actually doing is training yourself, practicing a new pattern. A lot of people have been coming to me for readings recently about how to let go of limiting beliefs. And they're only limiting when you're focused upon them, or that somehow you don't let them go. But they're just a practiced understanding, which you can, if you know once you recognize it, you've identified it as something that's limiting, then you've already done half of the work, which is now that you notice that, now you know that you don't want to do that. So what is it that you do want? What is the belief you want to incorporate in your life? And then instead of working to fix a problem, work in the solution, implement the solution. And even though you may find it difficult, and sometimes it'll pop back up, because a part of you believes it has control over you, and that keeps it activated. And when you think of something when you judge something, meaning I got to stop doing that because it's bad and I'm bad because I'm doing it, and that sounds childish, but sometimes that's really what's underneath of what we think is more a sophisticated kind of head talk that we do, but it's really just boils down to that. And so if you just notice what you're doing, and then rather than judge, and then start to notice other possibilities. Imagine yourself handling a situation differently. See how it feels, and then implement that. And every time you go back the other way, do the same process. Notice, don't judge, and then imagine what would you want to have happen, and start implementing that. And then you will have practice in sort of a positive or affirming attitude or behavior. And that just becomes who you are, and what develops and what's manifesting. And you would have done it without judging. You would just be allowing rather than resisting the thing you don't want, focusing on it in that way. So let's take a look at the card for the archangels. And I'm just going to pull it down here and place it. Now, we just had this card exactly last week. So then this is good, because what we're needing to really do is kind of telling us, as I'm watching the picture here of Archangel Metatron carrying this chalice or of spiritual violet flames, is that there's a spiritual purpose unfolding, and it reminds you of the Olympic Games when you see this, right? So you're reaching your goal. You're so close. It gives you a sense of you've reached a level, and you are a champion. And you're championing your experiences. You are becoming the creator of your reality, or you are becoming aware or sensing yourself in this way, your power, and now, but your focus it has to be on your spiritual power here in this week, in order for those things that you're wanting to come together more clearly for you. And they're showing me the number 9, which is, well, in angel numbers, it's saying, get to work, light worker, right? So that you're ready, no more delays. And this is also in sort of in numerology, not a big authority on these things, but on numerology, but I do know it's a number of completion. So you're at the end of a cycle here. You're very close to completing something. So in this week, be aware of, don't give up on anything, but and you do that by not allowing doubts to creep in, or allowing yourself to go on these sort of negative, get to be in a complaining mode, noticing everything and judging yourself. So try to do more noticing, try to be more compassionate, and really be focused, as its card says, focus on your highest priorities. And that's what this whole shift is about, that inner shift, that, like we prayed, that you would have be able to obtain the feeling of abundance. And to focus on the feeling of abundance that has inspired your goals, that it was the origin of what inspired you, and that you get back into that place, and let what will happen because of who you are becoming as you're evolving through the process. See, every one of our dreams, you think you're just trying to get this thing, but what you are being inspired to do is also loving you. It's also making you, as I'm saying the word God here, it's calling you to be God-like in the world. It's evolving you. It's helping you to become more powerful and to step in and own your power. So your goals, don't forget, your goals are evolving themselves. The dreams that you have, they take on a life of their own. But all of this is based on this internal vibrational resonance that you are experiencing, and that you're allowing through every choice and decision you're making. Even the challenges, the contrast, is also helping that to evolve. And so as it evolves, you evolve. And as you evolve, it evolves. It's just an unending cycle. So, but the thing is, for you to stay focused on that internal growth, focus on the love or the passion that inspires you. If you stay centered there, the details will attract themselves to you, because it's like, flies to light. You have a light, and those little flies will come towards it. And it's sort of how the law of attraction works here. You just need to be the vibration, the emotional vibration of what you're wanting, and then it will attract all the details to you. So this is one of the things I'm sensing, that Archangel Metatron, when he says prioritize, he really wants you again this week. So focus. I just get a sense that you're letting some things get in the way, other things, other people's business, because I remember them writing people. So don't let people distract you with their stuff, so to speak. All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. And the first card. Okay, so, all right, this card is awakening. And this is indicating, it says a change the way you're looking at the situation. And it says, embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in action. So, okay, so this fairy is sort of doing a handstand here. And so it feels like things are kind of turned upside down. So when you get in moments like this where you feel things are somehow not going in the way that you expected them, it's almost like this fairy it's like you have to make something out of it for yourself. Okay, it's kind of like go with the flow here. So if something is not making sense, then go with it for a bit, explore it, see what it's offering you, see what it's indicating to you, or trying to teach you, or help you to learn. So don't be resistant to these moments where you are. Let me just see if I can. Where things don't go your way, and then you all of a sudden feel like you just want to give up, and you start doubting. When there's a pause, this is the moment where you've stopped paying attention. So this is what he's talking about. You stop paying attention to your inner goals. And what's happened is you've gotten too focused on the outer goals, and then you're looking at things that, as you keep going out further, sort of symbolically, you lose a sense of what it was you were trying to do. And so it's like having your Bluetooth and your device, and when your Bluetooth and your device get too far apart, what happens? You start to get this spotty signal. You can't hear if you're on the phone talking to someone on your Bluetooth. It'll start to just bleep and just break up. And so that is your inner guidance and way of letting you know that you're not listening, that you're not in connection, or in the vicinity, or to get a clear reception, and that you're getting away from your true purpose and your goal. So, but we don't often hear it that clearly. And so this is when you are having these kind of moments, know that you've gotten too far away. So that means that you need to go back and start listening more inwardly. You need, and also it's almost like, the momentum that is where how things are developing, like as I said before, how it's evolving, and somehow it's going this way and you're not going that way. And it could be because you're being rigid in your focus, or you're not evolving with it, expanding, looking at things in a different perspective or different way. So in the beginning of the week, if you experience these internal pauses, it's because they're showing me a tree, and the trunk means connection, and they're showing me like a tube tied around the middle of the trunk, and it's thinning, which means it's sort of like the information is not flowing. So I get a sense, don't get into situations where you stop listening to what people have to say, or don't stop listening to your higher consciousness, and don't stop trusting your instincts. Okay, they're writing the word P. And the only thing that's come to my mind right now at first is pray, but your priorities. So don't lose connection with that. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. huh. And this is the Three of Autumn, which would normally be the Three of Pentacles. And this card says, follow your passions when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Be compensated for your creative talents. Usually this card shows others working alongside you. And so the first thing that came through to me was about, working together, that we realize our talents and our gifts with the assistance of others. So there's at some point that you may have to work with others. And I just get a sense about just refining something, but making sure that you're working with others and being aware that guidance flows, an alignment can flow through the team that you're working with. So, or if there's someone that you outside of a team at your job, it could be in any situation, but just be open to your how your talents are developing. Now, I'm also getting a sense that this could be specifically related to something that you are working on, a project, or if you're an artist, or if there's something creative that you're doing or a skill that you're trying to refine, that if you are having some little hiccup there, that this is not because you've lost your abilities, but this moment is helping you to discover something, a new technique or a new skill. So don't be afraid to get messy and wrestle with this and to take it apart and try it in all different kinds of ways. Explore here in order to, because this is at the first tetra of the suit, so they go like 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, etc., 7, 8, 9, and so you're developing something right now at this stage. Things are coming together. There's a lot of creativity flowing, but you need to sort of don't be afraid to explore and change it up a little bit to see what else can come out of this. All right, let's take a look at the card for the weekend. And we have the Emperor. And so this is about, it says, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. So there is this sense that in this week, with this card and in the weekend, that things, number one, sort of are that you're finding a structure, or that you're trying to get some kind of structure that you will be in. I feel like on the heels of this card that you will end up developing, and as you explore, that it will create some kind of new product. I don't know why I want to say that, but some kind of new structure, something new will come out, something that will really enable you to have a leading edge in what it is in your field or the project that you're working on. So there's something that's going to bring like a skill or something that's going to come through that's just going to be that's going to be more solid, and you're going to have more confidence with this. You're going to really so the hard work that you do is going to pay off in the end and just give you something that you can really be proud of. All right, let's take a look at the card for I took it from the bottom. Now, when I was shuffling the cards, this card fell on the floor, and because it just happened so quickly, I shuffled 1, 2 times and it fell. I put it back in, and it comes out to be our card that tells us what's going on underneath everything in this week. And it says stress that comes from having many things happen at once, successful multitasking, sudden events, or changes. So pay attention to a lot of messages. Sometimes this card represents inspired messages that will come through. Again, this is going to be an intense week, is what it's saying overall. There's going to be a lot of things that will be happening. You're going to feel like you'll be doing a lot of different things at once. You don't want to get distracted, so you want to make sure you choose the things that line up with what you're trying to get done. And if it doesn't, let somebody else handle it. Your hard work is maybe a little stressful but think of it as discovery work, and don't get discouraged, okay? So that it's all going to work out. You're going to get all of the insights that you need, the help that you need. So this is about messages coming in. You could get some phone calls or whatever. So don't feel like that this week is going to be difficult for you at all. But it feels like it's going to help you to really pull out something new in yourself. So have fun with this, inner self-discovery that also helps you to express and to manifest. So sending you lots of love, and thank you for joining us this week. And thank you for your comments and all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, then do so you can, get the videos as they come out, as well as join us on Facebook. You can find the description, the link below this video for my Facebook page, where I do daily card messages Monday through Friday. I won't be doing one on Monday because it will be Independence Day here in the States, but I will resume on Tuesday. And let's see, and if you're looking for an angel reading, then feel free to contact me and go to my website at theangelschool.com, which you can, on the services page, you can find that link below this video as well. So have a wonderful week, and don't let anything discourage you or get you off track. Don't be alarmed, but look for your connections and be willing to explore. And so we send you lots of love and angel blessings. And until next week, enjoy yourself and be blessed.